those guys who I was with and guys who probably, you know, are still hanging around on different blocks and things like that. They may not know it, but people are looking down on them, and people, you know, that's maybe one reason why I think Job Corps was open, because they needed, you know, they needed boys to catch a hold of themselves, you know, and I just really, you know, I just said there must be another way. So then they informed me of the Job Corps, and so that's how I'm here, that's how I came here. I was looking for that way and I found it.
There must be another way. That was Jerry Young, 19 years old, from Brooklyn, New York. Jerry, like thousands of boys and girls around the country, is working at a Job Corps center, learning a trade, going to school, becoming a responsible citizen. But that's a pretty intangible phrase, becoming a responsible citizen, because it involves things like self-confidence, self-respect, and hope. And that's what this film is about. Everything is true, and filmed as it happened during 1 week at a Job Corps center, where one small event, an election campaign, is about to take place.
As soon as I get into office, I also want the officers of the corpsman government to come around and view different dormitories so the guys will know what corpsman government is doing, and if they're not doing anything, let them know why they're not doing it. I also, one of the strong points, I feel that if a corpsman can be submitted before the administrative review board, he should have a chance to know what the board actually does, how it works, and why he's, you know, sent there. I know you probably want to get back to your ball game. Thank you. In case you forget who I am, but you are in favor of what I'm telling you now and would like to vote for me, I'd like to leave one of these in the dorm, on the bulletin board somewhere. And it doesn't say nothing but Jerry Young for vice president. And my motto is, if you want things merry, vote for Jerry. Thank you.
Jerry Young, an electronics trainee here, is running for the office of Job Corps Center Vice President.
I thank you for your time, and I hope to see you at the polls.
Jerry is one of 4 boys running for Vice President. 6 corpsmen are running for President. One of these is Ron Brothers, 20, from Nitro, West Virginia.
Ron Brothers.
Ron Brothers.
President of the Corpsman government. I'd like to say a few words in your group, if I may.
Okay, Ron. Class, have your attention, please. Ron Brothers, Corpsman Brothers, the candidate for your president in the corpsman government. He'd like to say a few words to you.
I'm running for president of the Corpsman government. My name is Ron Brothers, as you said, and I'd like to bring out a few points, a few things that corpsmen said they'd like to have. And if we can work together as a group, we can get a lot of things done, an awful lot of things we need. One man can't stand alone. One man can't do it. It takes 2, 3, 4, 5, and a group of men to do it. And I think we've got enough guys here who are interested enough where we can get this going. If I didn't, I wouldn't be running for corpsman government.
Also running for president is Frank Estrada, studying office management and currently the outgoing vice president.
I was supposed to introduce him as Your Excellency, and I introduced him as Your Majesty. And I've never been able to live that down, and I don't think I'll ever live it down. And we were on
Frank Estrada is a Mexican-American from Firebaugh, California. As vice president of the camp, he's had to preside at several public functions, once to introduce a governor.
And I was looking, you know, I wanted to make everything come out just right. I said, well, I'd like to introduce His Majesty of California, Governor Edmund G. Brown. I could have shot myself right there.
While Frank is studying office management in the Job Corps, Jerry Young is studying electronics. Back home, Jerry was a 10th grade dropout.
Say that E is equal to E max, would say was 10 volts, times the sine of 45 degrees, which we know is equal to 0.707.
Actually, you might say I dropped out, but without the intention, without my own intentions, because I was living in Manhattan and I transferred to Brooklyn. And when I transferred this summer, it was just about towards the summer, And during the summer, the transfer had got lost. And when I took it up to Benjamin Franklin, they told me that they had sent my records to Boys High in Brooklyn. I went back to Boys High, and Boys High told me they never received them. And believe it or not, I ran this pattern going back and forth for about 4 months or so. And I really got tired, and I just, said, well, maybe let me try it at working, and gave up school altogether. Compared to what I've seen going around, I figured, well, Jerry, you had to have schooling, you had to have some feel, or else you wasn't going to amount to anything. And I mean, once you say this to yourself and then you're thinking about something like this, I mean, it really, puts you down. And with the chance that I have in Job Corps, it just built me up all the way, It made me feel good because I know that here I have a chance to, do something that I want to do. And get away from what I'm used to and, look forward instead of always looking from day to day to day to day. When I used to hang out with some of the fellas, I never took time because, I never had the time to stop and say, well, what you're doing is wrong because, you were just so bored and, you didn't have nothing to do but this, and you never realized it, Time just passed and you just kept on doing it. And before you know, you're liable to get in trouble. I'm just thanking God that I was lucky, and never got in any incident.
Working at the Camp PX gives Frank Estrada a chance for some extra campaigning.
Yeah, good luck, John.
Good luck, man.
Okay.
Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Where am I going? I'm running for president. You didn't know?
Oh. No, man, I'm new, man.
How long have you been here?
Huh?
How long have you been here?
I came home to sit.
Of this month? Gee, you only been here, what, a week or something? How do you like it?
I don't know.
You haven't been here long enough, huh?
No.
Well, you'll be able to vote today, so vote
today?
Uh-huh. We're gonna elect new officers for the government, for the Corpsmen government, or student government, whatever you want to call it. So, cast your vote in for Estrada, remember.
Vote for who?
Estrada. Okay?
I vote for you, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
But, having confidence in yourself, this is one thing I have to work on, because I'm very bad on this. I just sort of say to myself sometimes, oh, darn it, I can't make it, I'll never make it, I guess all young kids are like this, but you just have to have a little confidence in yourself, and I think I do have a little confidence because I've been here for 8 months. It's very hard for me because my vocabulary is very limited to express what it really has done for me, for my life, because it's been sort of like a part of growing up, sort of becoming a man, how to talk and how to communicate with other people. Because when I came in here, I was so antisocial, nobody could get a word out of me. I was so surprised with how many races were in the Job Corps that, I was sort of scared, like everybody is, I guess, when you first come into Job Corps. But eventually, you get adjusted to it, Because I do come from a community that all Mexican Americans live, no Caucasian, no Negroes, no Indians, nothing. So you're just with your race all the time. And this is wrong. This is real bad because you don't know other people. You don't know what they feel, their ideas on different views. And when I came in here, you eventually start talking to everybody and you get adjusted to it. Like I say, it's just like a home to me. Everybody's been real good. I should say the Lord's been real good to me while I've been here.
While Frank Estrada is studying office management and Jerry Young electronics, Ron Brothers is learning office machine repair. Ron also has a part-time job, disc jockey on the camp radio station.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, and welcome to KOR Radio. This is yours truly, Ronald J., so stay tuned for the Ronald J. Show. We'll have music and news and all that jazz, so stay tuned. Right now on turntable number 1, it's a brand new sound coming out, a brand new sound. It's called Daydream, the 11 Spoonfuls. What a day for a daydream. What a day for a daydreaming boy. And I'm lost in a daydream. It's a small town. There's one theater in the town, and There's not too much happening. It's my home, though. I like it a lot.
What are your friends doing now, Ron?
Nothing much. You see them at the town bowling alley or down the corner of the street, goofing around. Just messing around, doing nothing really. And I had quite a reputation in high school for goofing off. I was kicked out several times, and really, a champion when it came to that. And I'd like to see some of the other guys learn what I've learned through Job Corps. I just wish there was some way I could relate to them, my experiences and what I've learned here. I believe I have a lot more self-confidence now than what I had before. Before I didn't really know what I wanted to go into. I didn't know how about, even how to go about it. But now I believe I have a lot more self-confidence in myself. I know now that nothing can stop me from going to college but Ronald J. Brothers. In other words, if I want to go, I can go. And
you didn't feel that way before?
I sort of felt, I suppose, left out, really. Sort of, I don't know, I was wild, 16, I wanted to travel, I didn't want to settle down. I didn't want to accept responsibilities or anything like this. I think when you learn to accept responsibilities, that's the biggest part of growing up and obtaining whatever goals you want in life.
And one goal right now for Ron, Jerry, and Frank is getting elected. A process that sometimes goes right into the classroom and involves the teacher as well as the boys.
Right, well, right, it is left in vague, and yet that's a pretty important area, isn't it? Yeah.
I think on this here, it seems like he has a lot of the, the things that the corpsmen really want. But I don't think that, from the way he has them, I don't really think that he took the time to find out whether he could do these things really before he put it down on paper. And I think that he really just was trying to get the majority of the corpsmen by his statement. And I feel that he should have, I see nothing wrong with what he wants because naturally all of us would enjoy these things. But I feel that he should have, and maybe he did it, but I mean, maybe, he should have definitely found out, if any of these things were possible.
Isn't that kind of like saying, I want to be president of the United States, and if I am, I'm going to make everybody rich? Yeah.
Everybody's wanting. One of the biggest things I was trying to get at, and that was that we all know, our biggest problem on the base is, associating with the townspeople. And I feel that maybe if we could, get to inviting people on base and joining maybe some of our activities and things like that, get an idea of how the Job Corps functions so every time that they see a man from the Job Corps, they won't downrate him in town.
Many vocations are taught here. One important department is culinary arts. Every day, this department plays host to visitors from surrounding communities. In this particular school, a boy learns to be a professional cook, a fact that makes the daily luncheon served here an event for staff and guests alike.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Culinary Arts. The menu for today consists of the appetizer, split green pea soup, the entree, old-fashioned beef stew with spring vegetables in casserole, beverage, coffee, tea, or milk. The dessert, a custard cup with chocolate cookie. The inspiration for today, men as well as women are much oftener led by their hearts than by their understandings. I wish you all a bon appetit.
We've heard a lot about it from the boys, and I just wanted to see what it was like firsthand. And we also want to see how our tax money's been spent.
Like so many others before them, these women, representing a local church, were unprepared for what they found at a Job Corps center.
People have no idea in our own town what the Job Corps is all about. One girl asked me, she said, well, how do they go to Job Corps? And she thought they were sent here because they were incorrigible. She had no idea that these boys waited sometimes a year to get into Job Corps.
Oh, the staff, we think they're magnificent. Really, they all seem to be so interested in the boys as people, not just as kids that
didn't finish high school.
It seems like they give them a little bit of class. They show them how to do things the right way, and they give them, I don't know, more dignity or something. I really like it. The kids and the people in serving us, they all did it exactly right. The kids who lead us around do a really good job, too.
They're eager to tell you what they're going to do as well as what they're doing. What
Yes.
they're planning to do, for instance, on the farm.
This is something the kids do on their own time. It's not part of the curriculum here. And it's just marvelous over there. You have to go and look at it.
There's all sorts of animals. They have a llama over there, too.
And they have stock calves that they're going to put into the local fair, they hope. And
They raise chickens.
they raise
have
chickens,
eggs,
their own eggs.
And they sell the eggs.
They sell the eggs. You can go down and buy a dozen eggs if you want them.
And you hadn't really realized, I guess, before you'd come what was going on.
Yes, we
knew
knew.
it was here,
We knew it
but
was here, and we
we
did,
didn't
but we
know.
didn't know it was to such a wonderful extent. We knew the program was here, and we were all for the program, but we didn't know as much about it as we know now, and we feel that we can really talk to people who are in doubt about this program, and there are many people who don't really approve of it.
Why do you think they don't approve?
Because they don't know about it.
They don't know.
They
It's
don't
just like anything
understand
else.
it. Ignorance. It's going to make worthwhile citizens out of boys who otherwise might not have been so worthwhile. And I feel that we're saving boys here. I think it's a marvelous program. It's an investment in the future of America.
What makes you think you're qualified to be vice president? I mean, you told us what you want to do if you do get elected, but what are your classifications? Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't quite really know what you mean exactly by qualifications. If you mean, my attitude and things like that, well, I think I have a good one. If you mean, do I think I'm responsible and reliable, think I could hold such an office? Well, yes, I do.
Are you more or less concerned with the welfare of the corpsmen or for your own personal recognition?
No, I think any man who uses an office for his own welfare, and not the people, well, he just won't make it anyway. That's my true opinion. And I feel that we all live on a base like this. And since the job is there, they're looking for a man who can handle it. I feel even if you don't think it's not myself, then the man that you get in there, I just, hope it's somebody who's going to do for all and not for himself.
Aren't corpsmen giving this up by sort of apathy? They don't seem to care. This is the problem.
Corpsmen don't seem to care?
Yes.
I certainly care. I think most of these fellas here care. They wouldn't be discussing about these problems.
Well,
I think the corpsmen care, but a lot of times the corpsmen feel like, well, they're going to make the decision anyway, so why should I worry about it?
This is what always happens. How are we going to kill if, all right, we're going to try to fight to a certain extent when we see we're not getting nowhere? There ain't no use fighting, so we just give up.
See, that's the thing. The corpsmen will say, well, okay, it's not right. I'll fight for it. And they'll fight so far for something, and then they go ahead and do it anyway. So what can a corpsman do, you see? What I'm saying is this. I believe that if anytime you need anything, if you get enough people together, program it out, and you construct it, if it's constructive, you can get it. I don't care what it is.
Like you said that you would try to get us passes on the weekend.
During the week.
During the week, right?
Right, yeah.
Now you done told us that. Now suppose you can't. When you become, and everybody thinks, well, since you won't get us passes on the week.
You didn't say
You take a good look at me and think, what I stand for. And if you believe in me, then I appreciate it if you support me. That's about all I say. Thank you.
That was a pretty good Where's your campaign headquarters? Wait a minute. These are things now it's easy to say, I'll vote for the guy and leave it at that. But if you're really interested, you're really sincere about corpsmen government, you should tell your friends about it or ask how you can help. This is how our political party started. Guys say, well, that guy's got a point. Now let's see how I can help him get this point
Yeah, I would
across.
appreciate it. Some of your friends, if you talk to them, if you really believe I'm a good president, if you talk to them, and back me up.
Do you have some sort of campaign headquarters? I haven't seen any posters.
My headquarters is from the main gate to the back gate. Okay, so Strider's our biggest man, right?
Yeah.
Now, I think with Strider, we got one thing going for us. Strider's been vice president, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll grant you he's well known. But the corpsmen are dissatisfied with the last corpsmen government.
That's right.
So, they might think, well he was there before. He was doing good. That's what they might, in their minds, I know Frank's a good worker, though, I'll say that. But
He's a hard worker.
Corpsman election, who do you think's going to win?
I think Frank's got a good chance of winning.
Who are you going to vote for?
Frank.
Frank Estrada?
Yes.
How about you? Who do you think's going to win the election?
I don't know for sure. I haven't really thought about it too much.
Who are you going to vote for?
I haven't made up my mind yet. It's either Austin Ware or Ron Brothers.
One or the other?
Yeah, one or the other. I haven't made up my mind yet.
Election day. There are no voting machines in these dorms, and the boys vote by dropping paper ballots into empty wastebaskets. But the process they're going through goes far beyond that.
I think the guys here, when they go from Job Corps and they become 21 and there's national elections and things, they'll take it a little more seriously. They've got some experience voting here and learning how to talk to people and trying to find out what their expectations of them are, you know what I'm saying? In other words, here, a guy, like say I'm running for president, a guy will look at me and say, well, now there's Ronald Brothers, I know him personally. They might say Ronald Brothers is a nice guy, I think I'll vote for him. But then maybe if they stop and think, well, what can Ronald Brothers do for me? This is an education right here, you see. This is what they learn, the true value of a person, what to look in when he's running for office. Personality, what the fellow can do for you, you know, as a person, can do for the group. That's real important too, I think. They've learned that, I'm sure. At least we hope they do.
In order to make it what we really want, we have to work. And when you work, you have to work hard to accomplish what you're working for. That's the way I feel. And my mother used to always say, if you want anything, you try hard enough, you do it. I used to didn't see it before, but now I see it a little better, what she meant. During this campaign, I think I can speak to anybody now.
Against formidable competition on the television screen, some closed-circuit returns will be broadcast.
For the office of president with 248 votes, and for vice president, we have Campbell, who is now leading with 232. Campbell and Young is very close.
Jerry Young is losing by a narrow margin.
This has been delayed on the election return.
239.
Check it out. So they told us whoever won, they were going to call us up, so I'm waiting anxiously. At the same time, I'm kind of nervous about it now. All of a sudden I realize I'm nervous.
Brothers have 60.
60, man, right beside. I swear to God, and I don't have 60 down here, and they had 60. That's section 3, because section 3 is the next section. They had 60, you know. So, that looked good.
Reed has 26, and Brothers has 77. For vice president, Campbell has 116 votes. Estrellero has 138 votes.
Looks like Estrada's really in the lead now. He's got 155.
Frank has left the PX to join the other candidates.
You could get 40 votes and he could get 9, he'd still win.
Yeah.
You could get 60 votes and he'd get 9, he'd still win.
He would have to get at least
Section 9, ballots come in yet?
Yeah. Unanimous. I won?
I won?
With Young.
With Young.
But Jay's checking on it to make sure. With Young?
Really, congratulations.
Yeah. Looks like you got it so far.
No so far.
Sure did.
Mr. Estrada, I understand that you're from California.
Yes, I am, sir. I'm from a little town called Oroville, California.
Frank's so shaken up.
And where are you from, Mr. Young?
From New York City.
Mr. Estrada, do you have any comments to make?
No, well, maybe not a comment, but I just want to tell the fellows that I'm the happiest fellow in camp right now, and I'm nervous too. And I just like for them to thank everybody that voted for me, and I'd like for all of them to support me while I am in office.
Do you feel that the corpsman government can be effective?
It can be very effective if the corpsmen unite and work together. I'm sure all the other candidates were working for the same thing, but I guess I was just lucky and I won. So.
Thank you, Mr. Strada. Mr. Young, do you have any comments to make?
No, I would like to just maybe add a little more to what Frank said.
I'm glad that I was chosen. I feel that I can handle the job, but like he said, I need the support of everyone.
Good luck to both of you men in the future, and we're sure you will make a good president and vice president. Thank you both. This has been Clyde Jones and Roger Cole from KORI-TV with the final report on the election returns. Frank Estrada won for the president with 359 votes, and for vice president, Jerry Young won with 406 votes. We will be back tomorrow with the news at 6:30 for KORI-TV.
Nice one, anyway.
Did my best, what I could do. I felt, of course, Frank was well known, you know, for being in the past vice president, but this is to be expected. But I didn't do too bad. Third is better than last, I guess. Being optimistic about it, you know.
Two unexpected visitors helped make Frank Estrada's victory even sweeter.
Are you pretty impressed with this boy?
Yeah, we are. Excited.
One is his mother. The other, Sergeant Shriver, Director of the Office of Economic Opportunity.
You can always win with a platform.
That's right.
This election was, as we said at the beginning, just a small event. But it's part of standing up, being counted, and listened to for the first time. And that is part of another way.
If you could show people what was being done here, what would you show them?
Well, I guess just what we're doing now, talking to corpsmen and letting corpsmen explain to them, you know, really what the Job Corps program is about. Not on the stage or set or anything, but just like we're doing now, just telling the person, you know, talking to them about their feelings about Job Corps. Because Job Corps is more than money and checkbooks and all of this to me. Job Corps is feeling, and without feeling, you can't have a program, any type of a program. And this is what the Job Corps program is. It involves a lot of feeling and a lot of, I don't know, work that you can't put down on paper, you can't write with a checkbook. This is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with people.
What a day for a daydream. What a day for a daydreaming boy. And I'm lost in a daydream. Dreaming about my bundle of joy.